Good morning, everybody. So today we are going to demo a blowout, a Kenra Platinum blowout. I went ahead and I prepped my lovely model with our Luxe Shine shampoo and conditioner by Kenra Platinum. And now I'm going to go ahead and use our light pearl detangler on her. By Kenra Platinum from our Kenra Platinum line. Love this, love this. Really lightweight, really conditioning, good for all hair types. Beautiful smell. Then I'm going to go ahead and layer in a little bit of our hot spray just for volume. And I'm being pretty, I'm not going to be very liberal. I'm just going to lightly spray in our hot spray because it's a hold of 20. So I'm really careful with this. But I wanted to just kind of give you guys an idea of how it works. Then, of course, I'm going to layer in our blow dry spray, which has evaporative silicones that helps push water and helps speed up blow dry time. This is a great tool, not just in the salon, but for clients to take home because it gives them thermal protection and it helps speed up their blow dry, which is like double whammy, right? Everyone loves that. I'm gonna grab my tangling brush, my round brush, and I'm going to go ahead and comb her hair out. I like to comb out my client's hair once I really put all that product in and distribute it really evenly so that every hair gets touched with product. You know, product doesn't work if it's only in the front or only on the bottom or only on the top. You want to make sure that there's a nice even distribution of product throughout your hair when you do a blow dry. And then from here, now that we've got it all evenly distributed and it feels good, there's a good amount of product throughout the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and just section out the top in a horseshoe section, starting at the temple, going back to about right behind the crown. And then I'm going to just section off this top. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to rough dry it. My bad. I'm going to rough dry it. I like to rough dry to about 80%. On doll heads, on clients. It just depends on their texture and their porosity, how much I like to rough dry. I usually, by the time I get to the blow dry, I have a pretty good gauge of what's going on with their hair. So, when I rough dry, I like to work the hairline a little bit with my fingers and make it nice and smooth so that my clients don't have to go back in with a flat iron and iron these little temple hairs that like to get extra curly. So I'm going to go ahead and use my fingers kind of like a flat iron to smooth that out. And I always like to show my clients how to do that as well. That's like a money trick that they just love because so many people struggle with those front little hairs by their ears. And then they use a flat iron on them after the blow dry's over and it's just a waste. And then it breaks their hair and then they don't know why they have broken hair around their face. Because the heat's too high and la. And I like to lift at the root when I'm rough drying and flip my part around. I don't just like part it in the middle and leave it there. I like to flip it so that whatever part line or non-part line my client chooses, they have equal volume and it's not just going to be flat on the left or flat on the right just because I sat there and you know, blue dry it with the part in it. And I don't care what anyone says, everyone, even if people who want sleek, they're a little bit of volume, a little bit, never hurt anybody. By the time you get the style done, get the blow dry done, that little bit of volume sometimes falls a little, then you can flat iron things if you want it more sleek. So, these are good. That's about right. So now I'm going to go ahead and section out that top that top section. Get it out of her face. She's so happy. She's like, oh, oh, my face is so itchy. Oh, torturing me. Now I'm going to take a horseshoe parting from the temple to behind the crown. And I'm going to go ahead and leave out this front section. I like to do the front as soon as possible for people because they're so excited to see what their color is going to look like or their style is going to look like. And then it gives them time to look at what you've done to them, like bangs or color or whatever it is. And if it's bangs, they can kind of assess if they're short enough or if they're, you know, too long. Same thing, right? So this also shows off what you've done. It gives them a little bit of satisfaction right away, right? So that they can hang out and stare at themselves. So then for this front section, what I like to do is I like to stay on base. I don't over direct back or anything. I just pull it straight forward. But I first I roll under and then I flip it out, right? And I like to take my hand and really secure and push at the root to really get it nice and dry. And I use my nozzle a lot. And then push, push, push down that hair shaft. And then I stick my round brush in, and it's nice and smooth for me. Roll it under, I roll it under, and then at the very end, I like to flip it depending. I mean, my client might not like that. And if I notice that which I am because I'm trying to film, pulling one direction, I try to flip it and pull it the other direction. I'm not trying to over direct this way, I just want you to be able to see. So there we go. And then I can just roll on base. Right? And if I want it to kick away from their face. And then once I do this, I like to blow into the part a little. Just kind of frame their eyes and let them take a real good look at the magic that we've created. Next, I go to the next section. And once again, I blow into my section at the root. And then I can blow into it this way, going up. I'm still rolling on base. I'm not rolling off base. I'm going just straight up from the head. And just roll it down. And I'm on base up here because this is where you want max volume. I mean, this is where the lift comes from. You're not trying to get max volume at the nape, right? Like, you want to get max volume. I mean, sure, max volume at the nape. You know, no one's going to be mad at that. And I would say I'm maybe over-addressing a little bit forward, but that's just based on my body position right now. And And a little over direction at the top never hurt anybody. Just gives you more height. And then once again, if I feel like it's just not getting dry enough at that root, I really blast into it with my... There we go. Things are feeling good. Nice and smooth. And then make sure, let that cool. Use that cool shot. Cooling is a very important part of a blow dry. You can't just heat things. You have to get it cool. It's the cool that really locks in the style. Keeping everything going away from her face. Sleek with volume. Yep. And then what I'll do, get these sides integrated. I'll just roll them in. It's off balance this morning. And I like to take the hairs around the face, the sections around the face, and just go away from the face so that it opens it up. And it doesn't look like, you know, she's getting swallowed by her face. Nobody wants that. I mean, someone might, I don't know. And away we go. Oh, the left side's always a little bit tricky. I haven't quite become ambidextrous yet. There we go. There's our girl, Kenra Platinum Blowout.